Welcome guys, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. So we are trading in the weekend, last day of trading week, Friday. I have just opened two positions on gold. As you can see on the screen guys, the trade is still in the place where I have opened. I'm just letting you know in the beginning so that if anyone wants to cross check anything with you, you can look at this is the trade just 2 minutes, I think 3 minutes earlier before this session. I have opened on gold, and I will explain in detail why I have opened those trade so that you guys know exactly, because this channel is mainly dedicated for learning and growing as a trader. Now there is a reason behind the trade. I will be explaining in depth, but before that, let's quickly look at today's Friday. As I mentioned, that Friday and Monday are very important day for me and for every trader for trading, because there is a bit more movement than any other day. So gold, we are by two positions that I have piled up in that zone. So two positions, that means that I have doubled that position with 2%. Like normally I trade with 1%, but we have doubled up with 2%. The reason is this market is overextended to the downside, to the liquidity zone, and I am expecting for this price to bounce off that level. As you can see, gold has made a big move to the upside and then has come back down to that liquidity zone again. So we'll be discussing more in detail in this live session how also you can find the liquidity zone. Now before I progress further guys, make sure that you are smashing the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So if you look at the daily chart on gold, you can see that initially early today gold has come down to the daily, has gone up and then has come back down to the daily support level. The price just tested the daily, a daily support to that level, and then we saw that primarily it's trying to break to the upside, as it is a big drop to the daily support level. Also there is a 20 EMA on the 4-hour, 1-hour candle closed just now on gold, and because it has a big drop in that direction, I'm expecting gold to get rejected from this support level. If you look at the overall picture as the news is coming, this is a bull market, and if you look at the monthly close on gold, which is in fact the price on the monthly, there is no week. This is basically our this what I call that one here. So this one is the name of this. So position, okay, this is a position sizer, or the position risk reward measurement, and because of that it was showing like that. But in a sense, from the daily, it is still the price is still on the daily, above the daily support level. So here I'm expecting gold to react to this level, because the price has broken that support. This is a very significant level of support. We saw a breakdown, and it is possible for gold to return back towards its long-term trending direction. So if you look at the 1-hour chart, there is a very unusual drop from 1-hour time frame to this. This is a consolidation pattern that we have seen on gold, and with that consolidation pattern the market has gone back up, and from that zone we saw that gold had a sudden drop to this support level. So here what you could see, that gold moving down to that level, which is very highly likely to happen. So I will be looking at now on gold to see where the market is heading. So if you look at the overall picture, here is, which is a long-term bull market, the price has broken that support level, and I'm expecting gold to return back towards its long-term direction. So here is a weakless, this is the daily weakless candle here. So let's keep eye. Already we have opened 2 positions. Let's see with the progression of the session, if we need to add any position, we will be looking to add. So in addition to that, also we will be looking at euro dollar, GBP USD, GBP JPY, all the pairs that might give us that entry opportunity. Guys, before I progress further, make sure that you smashing the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So I believe that you guys did that. Tony, well done. Tony, well done. Trimming point. Hello coach, what's up? Euro JPY. So with that on gold, we will keep that on, and in the meantime looking at Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, I'm still on that trade. That one, as I mentioned before, you know, I don't like to close trade, guys. This is where you know, profitability comes in trading. All right, see, why does trader fail? Trust me guys, in this long experience, from my own experience, from the professional trader, from the retail trader, from countless, you know, students that I have mentored in trading, from their psychology, from my own psychology, what I have learned is that, see, if I give you a trading account, let me tell you something that will blow your mind. If I give you a trading account, okay, let's say I gave you a trading account to trade, okay, and I did only 2 things on that trading account, okay. Let's say I gave you a 100k trading account. Try to understand what I'm saying. This will blow your mind. I have given you a 100k trading account, okay, live account, not the demo account. And then I gave you to trade with mobile phone or your PC, but I did 2 things on that trading account, only 2 things, okay. I have given you a 100k trading account, live account to trade, and I have done only 2 settings in you know, disable in your trading account, only 2 settings. From the next day, you can quit everything. You can quit your job, you can quit your full-time job, no matter which country you are living in, either you are in Chicago or you are in USA or UK, Australia, no matter the life expenses, no matter how big your family, with a 100k account, okay, I just have done, let's say, 2 important settings that I disabled in your trading account. You are done, okay. No one can stop you from being a profitable trader. Now these 2 settings, what are these that make you lose money in trading, not being a profitable trader? I'm repeating that things. If I give you a trading account, but I will disable 2 settings in your trading account, and then you are done for your trading, like 100% you are profitable. So what are these 2 settings? Let me know. So if you know these 2 settings, do that 2 settings, see what happened. All right, and I will tell you what it is. So let's see now on gold. We can see that reaction coming up. I'm on 2 trades on gold. Also I have shared with the VIPs as well, which is nearing our entry here. And let me know if anyone in this live session have opened those trade. We want to see that in addition to the VIPs, if any from this one, anyone have opened those trades. Now as the news is coming, we can expect gold to have a bounce of that level. Okay, so we see that it's consolidating in that area, and price in a very important level here, okay. So on the daily support level, price just tested the daily support, and okay, our TP on that, at my TP on this is 248.43. So my TP target 248.43. Okay, so let's keep it. Okay, let's keep it and let me know, guys, where you are. We'll cover US30, US100. Yes, I'll be looking at that. What do you expect from gold during the news? Yeah, very good question. Let us know your opinion also. What do you expect from gold in the 100k would change everything? Yeah, so 100k will not change everything, because if you blow out 100k, basically you will go back to where you are. So basically what you need is two important settings to be disabled in that account, and then it will change you for it will change your life. So we'll be discussing on that. So before we go to that point, let me see that on US30, right? So USD NHS which is moving in that direction, which I'm expecting it to bounce off that level. Let me see that GBP USD and all the USD pairs. But let me do a full analysis on GBP JPY and US30, NASDAQ, and then we'll go back to gold again. So if we look at NASDAQ and US30, okay, so got it. All right, so NASDAQ, now looking at, because this is weekend, we need to first look at the weekly price action, very important. Now from the weekly, NASDAQ so far this week was a little bit in a sideways movement. Okay, now with that sideways movement on NASDAQ, what we see that this market currently, after this huge bullish move, we could see that pullback on NASDAQ. Now if you look at the daily, where we can see that the market, it is in an uptrending market structure. So with that uptrending market, if you look at the monthly here, okay, what we see from the monthly, this is a bullish engulfer on the monthly, and with that bullish engulfer, as the monthly close today, we can expect NASDAQ to bounce off that level. Why? Because what is going up is likely to go up. That's the law of trading. So if you look at this monthly bullish engulfer, it is a trend continuation, and we can expect for long term NASDAQ to move up to the direction. Now looking at the weekly, we see that there is a weekly doji here. Now in that weekly doji, for the price, this is a support level. Okay, so with that support, which is a gap opening, and from the daily, the price just had previously had a bounce from this level, and we can expect for the price to again to retest this zone, and then we can expect it to keep pushing high from lower time frame perspective. So it is consolidating at the moment, so it might create the supply and demand zone here now for some more time. So any break of this support, we can look for going long on NASDAQ. At the moment, you see this is the 4-hour time frame, the price approaching a support. We need to see that it has broken, and then to look for going long on NASDAQ. Okay, so this is where we see that this market is a strongly bull market, and we'll look for that potential bullish opportunity. So going back to gold again, where we see that the market currently forming, this is where there is a big drop here. Now why did I went long on gold? Okay, why did I went long on gold is here majority of the trader might be thinking to sell. How do I know? Because of the trading pattern, trading psychology, but it doesn't mean that I'm always right. But when I'm right, I take bigger profit. That's the system. Now, I got quite a few questions from all of you that how do you know that when to enter? Okay, so this is the question, right? How do you know when to enter, when to act, that this is where we should be trading? Guys, keep in mind that to answer this question, sometime traders sometimes overthink that, okay, you might need a magic indicator or a strategy that is very special. Yeah, you need a very high probability strategy, no doubt about it, but the most important part here is pattern. If someone said to you that trading is hard, probably there might be other reason, but trading is all about pattern, understanding the pattern, when to enter based on. So let's say if you want to read English, that you need to know the alphabet, but if your English is speaking, probably you are not being able to read the Chinese, right? Because the language is different. But the language of trading is pattern. So what is pattern? Pattern is everything. Okay, so if you look at sunflower, all right, so let's say sunflower, that you have seen that, right? Because nature is pattern. That's why people are so good at finding the pattern. Okay, so everywhere there is a pattern. In the market also there is a pattern. In the mind also there is a pattern. So what is the pattern in the mind? Thinking is a pattern. And if you understand how the pattern works, then you can change your life entirely from a completely different perspective. Because in fact it is, you see that majority of the people stuck in some kind of pattern that they don't want, but it's completely unconscious. So thinking is a pattern. So how does this work, that pattern in thinking? See, when based on the emotion that we generate, the pattern changes. You see, sometimes some people say that, okay, you can access that unlimited potential from your brain. What does that mean? See, when every human go through some kind, remain with some kind of emotion. So there are different levels of emotion. Okay, some emotion are lower in energy, some emotion higher in energy. So when a human being able to bring that emotion to the upper scale, then that emotion is associated with a different kind of thinking pattern. So now, how do you elevate this emotion to that emotion? Okay, is by breaking that pattern. So every level of emotion has an associated pattern. That's why people recreate the past over and over again. So let's say if you are stuck in somewhere that you want to go somewhere, you want to create something different, the first thing you need to understand that pattern. What is pattern is happening in the mind level, in the thinking level, and then break that down, the energy will release and it will take you to the upper level. The pattern will change. So you either can break the pattern to go to the other level, or you can change that emotion to break that pattern. So this is in both way it works. So with that said, if you look at the galaxy, there is a pattern. You see the galaxy looks like that, it's a pattern, right? The Fibonacci series is a pattern that you can track. So everything is pattern, and it's sometimes infinite. So if you go to the fractal or any kind of pattern, you can see on nature is infinite. So So infinite means that there is no beginning and ending. So energy also infinite. So with that being said, the pattern is, you can see that happens over and over in the market. Once you understand that pattern, it becomes easier for you to act based on that pattern, that how you can enter the trade and then acting towards it. Let me know if you don't know what is a bullish on bearish pattern. Euro CAD, yep, absolutely. It's making double top in the 1 minute. Should I add position? I know. So your friend tell you to sell. Okay, so yeah, your friend might be right or might be wrong, but I would recommend not to listen any friend when you are selling or buying, neither to anyone. Okay, so you need to use your own individual judgment before you make your trading decision, because if you sell, then your friend might be buying. Okay, so make sure that you do that, because market is all about selling and buying. So when you sell, on the other side someone needs to buy, otherwise the order will not go. Euro JPY, morning coach, please check US Eurosd. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So looking at now on gold here in that zone. Okay, so far from 30 minutes, we see that the price couldn't create any lower low, and yeah, so there is a probability for a bounce of that level. This is what I'm expecting on gold, to have a bounce from this level. And then if we see the price manage to do that, then we can look for, you know, another entry if we need it. All right, so here is, we already have in 2 positions, but so 30 minutes closing as a very narrower candle. So there is a probability for, yeah, there is a probability for bounce, because you see this move is completely against the trend, and chances for going back up is very high, because it's a long-term bull market, and we will be looking for that entry opportunity as soon as we find. And let me know if anyone running this trade from YouTube live other than the VIP group. Dollar yen coach, yeah, we'll be looking at that. No, I will not close the gold trade before the news, because I have enough risk management plan in place. So I would rather try to use the news to give me the profit quicker, or whichever it wants to go. So I'm not going to close that trade during the news. Let's see what it takes to run the trade with the news, and because it might just go back up with the news, and that might give us the full profit that we are expecting. All right guys, so hope that you are enjoying. If you are enjoying, let me know by smashing the like button. Now I see that 150 like, only 30 150 view, only 30 view, 150 like. How can it possible? So make sure guys you make the like and view the same, so smash it. I'm counting on it. So I see that one of you did that. That's awesome. And also press that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, because as soon as you do that, all the content will be on your homepage. All right, so what is the MetaTrader 4 says? Okay, slowly it's bouncing up that level that we see potentially. Okay, awesome. Are in the trade, yeah. Dollar yen Stephen, will you close gold trade before the news? No. I'm in Gold Zofia, thank you. Trade running. I'm in Sergio GBP. Yep. Profitable trader. You're very good name that you have given. Yeah, absolutely. You need to say it first before it happens. See, this is the magic that happens when you say, because our words carries energy. All right, our words carries energy. The proof I can give you, but before that, let's look at the market with what's happening here. I'm expecting it to bounce from here. So when you say or write something, that can change the entire system, because very few people can understand this concept as well. While we are running that gold trade, let's quickly look at that. You might say that, okay, I want to be a trader, I want to be a profitable trader, and then I just want to be a profitable trader. I don't know anything else. But being profitable trader doesn't need only to learn a skill. Okay, see, the way we are taught and we learn, we go to the 2000 kilometer away just to learn, just to know the technical. But there is something also that we need to understand, because it's not all about the strategy or the technique, also about who you are or who is implementing the strategy. This is where the missing piece of the puzzle. 99% people think that they have some kind of lack of skill, that's why they're not being able to do that. You definitely need to learn the skill. Also, you need to become a person that who is implementing the skill. And this is the concept that very few understand. Those who understand, they get to that point. Okay, so let me know if you understand or if you don't understand, then we can elaborate it. So what is being? So there are two things, one is doing, one is being. So when you focus on becoming, it happens effortlessly. Okay, so now slowly we see that gold is slowly bouncing up, and I have two positions on gold. The price in a very important level. Now, why did I open that buy here as the news is coming? Let me see. For a 4-hour candle. Okay, it might, guys, it might retest the 20 EM with the news, or figure out what the price is planning for here. Okay, yeah. So I will still be expecting that gold to break and go back to its original position, because if you look at the daily, is where price tested the daily support, and this is the 1 hour chart on gold. Okay, so if the price managed to bounce back to the resistance level, we might see the trend continuation on gold. This is the daily support. On MT4 you might see a gap opening here, which is a very high liquidity zone on gold. All right, so this is why we are on that trade, because when the price hit that liquidity zone with such a high impulse, we can expect for this price to bounce back, or you might see some kind of little bit of another more of consolidation and then strong liquidity gathering. You can see it is forming a structure, you can see, which is kind of inverted head and shoulder. So that structure we can expect it to remain bullish for because if you look at this market structure here, which is a long-term bullish, and in that long-term bull market, the usual reaction should be to the upside to create a new higher high. So let's keep holding that, all right, to see where it is going. WTI, yeah, absolutely, Patrick. Hello coach. Euro GBP analysis, yeah, we'll be looking at that. GBP CAD, so please audio. So audio, I hope that everyone can hear me. So please check dollar CAD. Copy. Good evening coach, have a great month. Yeah, absolutely, thank you for that. Also guys, join the free Telegram channel, link given in the live chat. Also there is a link in the description area. You can go to the description and then visit, join the free Telegram channel for everything to be up to date with you that we are doing every single day. Now if gold, I was looking at which perspective to look at that gold to return back or change its trend or go back to the resistance level. What's your take on that gold, guys? So do you think that gold is going to change trend and revert back to the support level? Or we look at the monthly here, so the monthly close from this monthly support, let me delete that just to find a clear understanding. So you see that gold is still from the daily, it has not tested the daily support here yet. So looking at from that angle, so the price action is still potentially bullish on gold. Okay, so from the 1 hour you can see it's slowly trying to return back towards its original direction, which is the bullish. And this clean move on gold can give a momentum for the price to go back to the resistance level again, because if you look at this bullish channel here, so this is a bullish price action, we saw a breakout, it's come back down to the tested the support, and we can expect for the price to move back up there again. So there is always doubt comes on trading. You see that it's very common as a trader to feel doubt about the trade, which is why trading sometimes is a bit more harder for some people, because to face that doubt. Okay, in fact it is not only in trading, self-doubt or having get rid of or overcoming doubt is a big hard work for growth, and by just eliminating doubt in your belief, one can achieve anything he or she set in his mind. Because when we create a doubtless or without doubt a thinking pattern or a belief system, that becomes impenetrable. Okay, so it is very important that in trading, which is very fair to come doubt, because let's say you took a trade that you are very confident, and then it has gone up to hit you TP, just nearly hit the TP, and then has come back down, taken you out of the SL, and then you open another one, did the same thing, nearly went to the TP, and then it's taken to the SL. Now what are you gonna do? Because you start to doubt whatever you are opening is going to the TP and not hitting the TP, coming back to the stop loss. So the next trade you're gonna doubt, right? Which is very usual reaction to doubt. But the secret lies when you have a conviction on your strategy. So what do I mean by conviction? It's a very important point, right? Conviction. So what is conviction? Conviction is when happens everything in autopilot. Okay, so how does the conviction work? If you look at from universal perspective, then when we think something repetitively, that turns into a belief. Okay, so when a belief is reinforced with evidence, then our, it's called the reticular activating system, become programmed, and it turns into conviction, and then things happen automatically. So to create that conviction, you might say, okay, I don't have that conviction on the strategy or in trading. You only need few trades, okay, not many. Look at 10 or 20 trade that you clearly did the risk management and you hold it for its full potential. Find out 10 to 20 trades. Have you done that? If you did it, let me know. If you didn't do, that means you still did not develop that conviction, and that is where needs to work on to be a profitable trader, is to create a conviction that that's gonna happen. Because all the fears in emotion generated in trading from that brain that is doing everything, right? So you need to tell the brain that, okay, it is okay, I know that this trade didn't go well, but if I hold this one, will give all the things that this trade didn't give me, plus more profit on it. That is the conviction that one needs to develop. And this is why it is important that always stay with an environment that you can reinforce that belief to develop that conviction. So guys, hope that you are enjoying. So the news is coming in a couple of minutes. I will be looking at other pairs now at the moment to see where the price is heading. And in the meantime, if you are enjoying, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel, and also press that bell notification if you haven't done yet. So let's see now here in that zone, which is the price now on gold. It's consolidating in that area. So with that consolidation, another 15 minutes candle with a long wick red candle. Let's see how it is reacting to that level. So if you look at the 5 minutes here, so this is where we see gold is slowly after this a big drop to this level, it's now consolidating in that area. So we bought gold at in that level. Okay, so our where is the so we bought gold in that area, so where the price is consolidating. And with the news coming up, let's see how it is reacting. The price in a level below this support level, and here we can expect for the price to react to the level, as this is the daily, the price is coming to the daily support. It might retest the daily. This is where the price open without any wick here. So from the 1 hour, which is forming a narrower candle, okay, so this 1 hour candle, you need to see that it's forming a narrow, then we can look for, we can expect it to keep pushing high before the 1 hour close. Let's see how the market is evolving in that area. Okay, so you see some kind of volatility coming in the market. Here there's a 4 hour 20 EM. It might retest this 20 EM again, which might be 203635 level, because there is a wickless candle in that area, so it might retest this level here. Okay, so in the meantime, let me look at also GBP JPY. Okay, so how does the market is doing here on GJ, which is basically from lower time frame. GBP JPY showing bullish price action. Let me see the full multi-time frame analysis on GJ. Before I go to the GJ, guys, make sure that you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. I would appreciate your support to the channel. Thank you for the support. And GBP JPY, if you look at this market from the daily, this is a after testing this 20 EMA, GBP JPY creating series of higher high and higher low, which is a bull market. Okay, so there is a drop here to this level. The price initially has gained enough liquidity here, has gone up, come back down for a pullback. Now it is in another impulsive phase, so GJ is long term bullish. Now if we look at from the lower time frame on GBP JPY, here we see that this is forming kind of reversal pattern here, so which is basically has come to this liquidity zone, and we saw that bounce on GJ. So from the higher time frame and lower time frame, GBP JPY showing potentially bullish price action, and from 15 minutes time frame, where we saw that there was a bullish channel. In that channel, the price managed to break, and again it is moving in that direction of the long-term trend. So GBP JPY currently bullish. If we look at 30 minutes time frame, we can see that the market from this level, after crossing two important candle, which is currently forming a bullish structure. So GJ might keep pushing high. Looking at GBP CAD, we also open a trade on GBP CAD. Now this instrument, okay, if you look at, there was a pin bar here, followed by this instrument also might be slowly turning to bull market. If you look at the daily, where okay, so the price might retest the daily 20 EMA, otherwise might retest this support, or without retesting the support, we could see that GBP CAD is bouncing off this level, because this is also a bull market long term. We look at the daily, so we'll be coming to that point later. Let me see, there is a drop here on gold. So it took us out of the trade. Let me see here. There is a sudden drop where it is trying to be heading. Okay, so if we need to enter, we will be entering again. Let me see if the price, okay, if we need to enter again, we will be entering. What kind of price action it is forming here? This is a clean manipulation here. Just tested the 20 EMA. So this is a 2031 level. How far it, with the news coming up, I've seen that there is a significant might see even taking liquidity from this level 2031, and amount of trade I will be opening again as soon as I will find that. Yeah, so we will be looking to see how the price is reacting to that. Okay, so let's see where it is heading now. If it is forming a clean reversal pattern, that we can look for entry. I think we might see another retest of this level here. It is gonna break even below this level because it has broken that swing low. So this drop on gold, which is very unusual from this level, which is in a bull market. Okay, so let me know which one you are looking at. What's your opinion, which way gold is heading? Let me create a pool here, and let's see how you guys are looking at. So with the news, so I've created a pool. Let's see majority of the trader what they are thinking about it. Okay, so gold here we will be okay. Let first the price to the way it has broken, which we could see that it's gonna break 2030-31 level, which we might see that, or it was a clean manipulation and we could see bouncing of that level even with the news coming up. Okay, so looking at euro dollar, yeah, so majority of the pairs that you see, euro dollar, gold, they, euro dollar also coming to this where we might see a retest of this 20 EMA, and then we could see that this one also breaking against the trend, coming to a very important liquidity zone. I think euro dollar also might give us an entry, so we will be looking for that entry as well. If you look at the weekly, you can see the price is breaking that weekly low, and there is a very high chance for this price, once it will drop below this level to this daily 20 EMA, we can look for entry on euro dollar also. So we'll keep eye on euro dollar. Gold just been it's been manipulated here. Let me see. For me, I think it's a manipulation on gold. So we will be waiting for a price action confirmation. I think that gold might, this is a huge manipulation. We could see going back up again because it's a bull market. So from the 4-hour as well, you can see the market just has tested the 20 EMA, and with that retest from the 1-hour, which is forming a doji. Now this candle, 1-hour candle, is closing in just 3 minutes. So what kind of price action we can look at here? For entry, for me this breakdown is a manipulation. Okay? Could see that the market going back towards its original direction. Okay, so from 30 minutes candle, we saw that the price, after breaking that low, which is slowly bouncing off that level. So looking at here on, so you see that gold is it's currently in that situation. We'll be waiting for another entry once we'll find that. Looking at dollar yen, and so we see the strengthening on dollar coming slowly. Let's quickly look at the DXY as well. Now before we go to that, let me see on gold there are 47 boards, so around 50-50 up and down. Okay, so there is 50% up, 50% down. All right, so now looking at DXY, here we see that there is a kind of change of trend pattern on DXY. We see there is a double bottom, a breakout, retest. We see continuation to the upside again. So there's a potential for some upside bias on DXY, but I think that it's gonna go up to test the 20 MA and then to return back again, because a trend may not change in that way. So what I think that DXY is going up to test the 20 MA, and then we can expect for DXY to revert back. Okay, so in that situation we might see that gold also retesting again this level. Okay, so from the daily, if we look at, so from 30 minutes it's closed here, from 15 minutes, okay, so yeah, until we see the news, and then we'll look at the entry again. So did you take gold buy from where? Okay, GBP USD and Euro USD. Yeah, gold is dropping like, oh, that's a good sign that there is no tomorrow. So there is always tomorrow. I think it might now come back to 2030 level. GBP USD, DXY is going for highs. Gold again, it's been so long since. Okay, CAD CHF is reversing. Okay, so CAD, what kind of reaction with the CAD coming? As dollar and CAD news coming together, let's quickly look at dollar CAD. Now I will be looking at dollar CAD to see if there is any sentimental change on CAD, because this is a very important point to look at the moment. If you look at the monthly, I don't think there is a big monthly bearish engulfer on dollar CAD. Now this reaction from dollar CAD, a big drop, if you look at the high and the low, this is a full rejection from the top on dollar CAD. Therefore, if you look at this candle, we could see a bit more downside from the monthly. But if we look at the weekly, now from the weekly, dollar CAD in a very overextended market. Okay, so from the weekly perspective, if we look at the daily, there's a daily bearish engulfer that has crossed this doji's high and then has dropped. So from the daily, dollar CAD is still trending down. Guys, trend is your friend all the time. Keep in mind that trading against the trend, no matter what, I never try to trade against the trend. Even if you have a losing trade, trading against the trend is not a good idea, because when you're trading with the trend, you are going with the flow. Okay, so if you know how to go with the flow, you know that how to go with the bigger order in the market. Okay, so it is important that one must trade with the trend. So identifying the direction of the trend is also very important. Now if you look at the dollar CAD, this is locally here, you can see after this big consolidation, the market trending to the downside. Now I wouldn't consider it as a reversal yet, because it is still maintaining the downtrend. We might see some short-term bounce, but what I think the dollar CAD, after breaking that high, we could see that the market is remaining downside. So let me see gold how it has done after crossing that 20 EMA, which we see that again price trying to go back up from this level. Okay, so there is a liquidity candle here on gold. So this was a kind of liquidity grab. Where to look at from the 1 hour, we have seen that drop, and from that drop, okay, so at the moment the buyers, because it has had a big drop, I think the buyers has got little bit of weaker at the moment. So we need to wait for the news to come up and then to see either it's a fake drop or it's just changing the trend. We will know that. All right, so we need to see a little more time for the news coming up. Hello, thank you. So GBP USD, let me look at GBP USD as well. That one also looking at the daily on GBP USD. So all this market currently, you see that today is the new monthly open, and when there is a new monthly opening, the market really have something to give always differently. So if you look at the monthly price action on GBP USD, where there is a huge bullish engulfer from the monthly on GBP USD. Now with that monthly bullish engulfer, what we see that the price, this is a monthly candle here, and in that zone, if you look at from the monthly on GBP USD, where there is a, after breaking that high, the price trying to now coming down for a pullback. If we see enough reversal, we could see that GBP USD again dropping down to certain level here. Now from the weekly, so it is almost at the end of the week, the market has reached to that zone where there is a long wick candle, and from that level we could see that now GBP USD also. So this is where the points now, as it is weekend. All right, now if GBP USD wants to come down for a deeper pullback, then we know that what might happen with gold and other pairs as well, because they normally moves almost in the same direction. This is called the currency correlation. Okay, so if you look at GBP USD from a lower time frame, we saw a bullish engulfer and it didn't retain. We saw that immediate return back. So there, if the market is changing its trend in that area on GBP USD, okay, so that means we can reflect it other part as well. So this is why, you know, I normally try to find out the one instrument that giving me a direction to see, to understand the behavior of the other instrument, which you can look at in everywhere. You know that everything we see outside is in fact a reflection of inside. So that's why by understanding one thing, you can understand many things. Okay, so if you look at, you see there is a saying that everything is your mirror, right? So this is how it happens when you look at that's why when people knows how to change the outer world by changing the inner world, everything changes. So this is why it is so important that, you know, looking at one thing will give you a clear understanding of the other things that you want to understand. So looking at GBPUSD, where we see that in that zone, okay, there is a consolidation from 1 hour, okay, and if it is changing its trend here, okay, we could see that GBPUSD dropping down for a deeper pullback. And with that being said, if we look at in that situation, in that lens, if we look at gold, we might see that gold also coming down for a deeper pullback. So let's wait for the news to be released to see in fact how the market is trying to change its sentiment. All right guys, hope that you are enjoying the live session. If you don't enjoy, then let me know. If you're enjoying, that make sure that you smashing the like button and also hit that subscribe button. Good morning. Could you please look at CAD CHF? Are you still GBP CAD? I'm not GBP CAD. I'm still in GBP CAD. Yeah, I'm in GBP CAD. Yeah, I'm still on GBP CAD and I'm expecting it to bounce. If you look at this price action, GBP CAD forming multiple liquidity candle, so that multiple liquidity candle could lead GBP CAD to bounce off that zone. Now this trade also I have 5 times profit. If GBP CAD, as the CAD news coming, it is possible for GBP CAD to have a bounce. If CAD is getting weaker, then GBP ultimately getting stronger, right? Because it's a relative strength, so you might see that the market is going back up. Okay, so let's look at now again on gold with that up to see how it is doing. Dollar yen, yeah. Are you still in GBP? Yeah, I'm still in GBP CAD. GBP USD. Yeah, let me see. We'll be looking at that now. In the meantime, what we see that here in that area is gold is gathering multiple liquidity candle, so which is a sign of the market probably has made it as a false breakdown. So there is only one more 15 minutes candle before the news, where what I see that the price here is how many p 29 p. Okay, so GBP CAD, guys, GBP CAD is maintaining multiple so every time the price is dropping down, forming long rejection. So if GBP CAD closing like that with a double doji, okay, with a long week candles, we might enter another trade on GBP CAD to develop that trade, depending on how the candle closing will really determine. So we'll keep that on, right? So this is how trading is. When something is you think that it will work, then adding a position. If something is not, then cutting it short as fast as you can. Okay, so looking at on euro dollar again from the daily, where we see that from the daily time frame, euro dollar I think this is, we'll keep eye on euro dollar also. This is the daily 20 EMA, where we can see that from the daily 20 EMA the price is approaching that level where there is a high liquidity. If the price touch that daily 20 EMA, we might see that the market is retesting that level, and then we can expect for the price to bounce off that on euro dollar. Okay, so let's see where it is heading, and very highly likely we could see that retest. Let me see that GBP CAD, how it is doing with the news. It might just trigger liquidity and then could go back up, even depending on how the price wants to do. So as the CAD news coming, now we need to think of in 15 minutes either we will be running or we will be, because it's almost at entry or yes, which is GBP CAD at entry at the moment. So if we look at the daily, I think we might see that the price is retesting that daily 20 EMA and then bouncing off. So or it just keep pushing high from this level. So the level here, let me see if our stop loss is well in that zone. So our stop loss on GBP CAD 78, which is here at 84. We'll keep that trade, because if CAD is getting weaker as the market is getting rejected from that level, we could see the GBP CAD just bouncing off that level, and that could give us a good profit on that trade. Okay, so we'll hold that on, and coming back to gold again to see. Two strong liquidity candle here. Okay, so if we see that now gold is dropping down any of this zone, then we'll can look for going long. I think you can see the price here is a middleman slowly gathering liquidity for a potential upside. So anytime with the news we can expect a spike and then continuation to the upside. Along with the Euro JPY and Euro dollar. So are you ready for guys for the news, big news coming up? Okay, so GBP CAD managed to bounce off that level, which is potentially a good news. Back-to-back two dodges in that area, which is basically the price you can see multiple times manipulated in that area, going back up, which a very high probability that we might see GBP CAD is remaining bullish towards its long-term direction. Now gold has gone back up to again to the resistance level here. Okay, so if it is dropping down below all of this low and then giving us an entry, then we can look for that entry. So it might now drop back down to the level again. So that's how the price does all the time. You'll see that. Now, are you ready for the news? What's your guess on the news? We see that on the pool, let me see what pool has done. Dollar yen, are you still on GBP CAD? Yeah, I'm still on GBP CAD. WTI 4 hour. So WTI 4 hour, we will be looking at that. WTI also looks very WTI, it failed to create a higher high. So 4 hour, it might, for me, it might bounce up again, but we need to see enough confirmation, because from the daily there's a big rejection here. So this one, that's why I just keep aside. Once the news been released, we will see that, because it's preparing for a potential change of trend, we might see a lot of manipulation in that market. Okay, so looking back on gold, GBP CAD close to its full body red candle daily chart. Okay, look, GBP CAD from the daily full body red candle. Full body red candle may not be enough confluence. Why? Because it's all about the liquidity trend and price action. According to Nikola Tesla, genius of all time, once said that if you want to know the secret of the universe, then think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So you see that all those technology that he has invented with Thomas Edison is based on these three principles. Okay, energy, frequency, and vibration, because they are interrelated. So these three secrets, in fact, allow once understand how these three things works, one has the ability to change his outer world with an active participation. Okay, so there are two ways we experience what we see in our outside world. Is one is through passive, the other one is active. So basically, when we don't choose what's happening, okay, that is where we lose power, we lose control over ourselves. But if you know how things happens, when you know these three important secret that market, energy, frequency, and vibration, according to Nikola Tesla. So what does that mean? Let's, before the news, understand it, to understand the market also, because there's three secrets in the market. Okay, so if you look at the energy, how does it work? See, the emotion that we talk about in trading, right? We all experience emotion in trading. The emotion of fear, which is an intense emotion, not only in trading, in many dimensions of our life we experience fear. So okay, what I think that GBP CAD might trigger liquidity again and then go back up. We'll be holding that trade. I will not be closing as the news coming. There could be some kind of manipulation, but let's see, it might just keep pushing high. So when you look at emotion, that emotion of fear, right? Now, you might be hard of, okay, use a rule-based strategy to eliminate fear. rule-based strategy will not let you eliminate fear, because fear is a kind of energetic dimension, right? So it's a lack of energetic frequency in, because if we go to our a very basic fundamental structure in our body, what do you see? If you look, break down that, you know, the molecule, atoms, everything is energy, right? So emotion is energy, and that is just in a low state of vibration is where the fear comes in play. So if you look at, so what is the on the other side of the fear? So let's say fear, okay, so the opposite of fear is courage, right? This is where the, and okay, so let me see GBP CAD. Okay, so now the only difference between fear and courage is the same thing, just in degree of vibration. Okay, so it's like if you look at a dark room, so should you just, you know, take something, shovel, and remove the darkness? What do you need to do? You know very well, right? Just open the window, the darkness will disappear by itself. So the fear can be transmuted or changed to a higher energetic emotion called courage, and that's only the way. So how do you become courageous? By taking a big load? No. By pressing big buy or sell? No. Just by being able to manage the risk, okay, by being able to hold a trade for bigger profit target. That is courage. Okay, so the courage comes in play when you change that energetic frequency from a lower energetic state to the higher energetic state. That is where everything magic happens. Okay, and you know, when you know that secret, then you don't need anything else to create what you want to create to be a profitable trader. Right now, with that respect, there are 3 secrets in the market: market structure, liquidity, and price action. Now if you look at this trade on GBP CAD, is also done based on these 3 principles. All my strategy that I use is based on the market structure, liquidity, and price action, because when you look at the market from that angle, you in fact eliminate most of the error that majority of the trader do trading against the trend. All right, so now let's see how the price is doing. Just 2 minutes to go. Let's bring that up on the Forex factory calendar. If we look at now, looking at that here, looking at the calendar here on which is coming in 2 minutes in my zone, 12:30 CAD news coming up, dollar. So dollar coming later, so we might see that so CAD getting very volatile, dollar coming later. So dollar CAD, GBP CAD, we look at daily, and what I'm thinking that it might try to, you know, test the daily 20 EMA. Okay, so from here, see if we need to run that trade or So the news been released and we see a little bit of bearish pressure on dollar CAD, and let me see the dollar CAD. That one is GBP CAD. So if you look at dollar CAD, okay, also the same thing here, a little bit of bearish pressure, so a little bit of strengthening on CAD. Okay, and we look at the daily on dollar CAD, where, let me see first, the data has come out. What is that? So which is good for CAD. Big difference. Employment change, and unemployment rate is same, but employment change is huge, so that might give a little bit of strength on CAD. So that has given dollar CAD, GBP CAD, let me see here how far it has been able to drop. So from that resistance, basically GBP CAD has got a little bit of rejection, right? So let me see dollar CAD how it is reacting. Now from the dollar CAD perspective, from weekly, it is an overextended to the downside, which deserve a deeper pullback, but at the same time it's trending down, so I will not look at the moment. Let me see how it impacted the gold price. Here we saw that there is a okay, so here from the 5 minutes on gold, okay, if gold dropping down giving us an entry, we will be looking for buy on gold. Still I'll look for bullish opportunity, while Eurusd is still moving in a sideways. Okay, so gold is, once it will drop down enough below this level, we'll look for that entry. So USD CNHS moving in that direction. We are on the trade yet, so if it bounce, we might see, you know, any one of them. Once it will change its trend, it's gonna push high and high. So GBP CAD might test the daily 20 EMA. Okay, so we might see that drop. We see all of them. Guys, never look at an individual trade, which is very important. You know, this is where also the traders makes mistakes. Don't look at one trade, never look at one trade, always look at, you know, combined, because, you know, trading is very different than what you think. You cannot look at individual trade when you are trading. You need to look at whole picture, the whole monthly picture or weekly picture, or, you know, usually monthly picture is a good one, okay? Or even you can look at the yearly picture. Then you will be able to understand how trading works, because it's a combined effect of together what you're gonna gain over the month. All right, so imagine that you are in a forest, right? So how do you look at that forest? One tree can make a forest? No, you need to look at the whole picture in the forest, how it operates, to understand the whole picture of that environment. So like the candle, right? This is a chart, right? You cannot look at an individual candle. Individual candle will not give you any idea of how the market is doing. You need to look at the combined picture of that candlestick pattern to see how the market is doing. So which is very important, guys. Did you like this stream? And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you're not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So I'm pausing for 2 seconds so everyone have time to smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button. This is the 2 seconds pause so that everyone have time to do that. That's awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. Every day and every weekend I post a lot of content. This weekend also I'll be posting some valuable content that will help you to grow as a trader, definitely. So make sure that you press that bell notification. Stay tuned during the London session and New York session time. All the updates will be posted, and also join the free Telegram channel. I do share all my ideas on the free Telegram channel so that you are notified as soon as I post it. Now here we see this move on gold, which is coming deep down for deeper liquidity grab. Now let's first it to drop to the level. Okay, then if needed, then we can look for that entry. Let me see here. Sudden bounce from this level. Just to see where the price is heading on gold for an entry. Okay guys, so here there is a doji. It triggers that liquidity from the zone, and I'll be going long on gold from this level. Stop loss below this low, and here I will be targeting at least 3 to 1 risk to reward again for the gold, and I'm expecting it to bounce off that level again on gold with this move, as the market structure is still bullish. We can expect for gold to remain bullish for another push. So looking at the 30 minutes, there is a probability for upside bias. If you look at the daily, where let me look at that. Still not on the trade. One moment. So first, let it drop further. There is a probability for a bit more liquidity grab, and then we'll trigger that button. So we might go long. We just didn't go in that direction. Okay, first of all, okay, it might come a little down, then we'll be entering that buy. I haven't entered yet, so just letting you know, guys. Might come a little downside. This is the support. Looking at the GJ, what it is doing here in that area. This is a completely choppy on GJ. Now on euro dollar, which is also coming down to the daily support level, where from the daily support where there is a 20 EMA daily. Okay, so highly likely we could see that euro dollar is approaching that daily 20 EMA. Okay, so euro dollar is approaching that daily 20 EMA. Very highly likely we can expect a reaction from this level. CAD looks very strong at the moment. If you look at CAD, which is looking very stronger, and gold has almost come back to the support level again. Okay. So this move on gold is maintaining a fake move. So still not, the bulls is still not being able to break to create a new higher high. So it might need further liquidity from this support level for this bigger bounce to the upside. Okay, so GBP CAD, most likely we could see a bit more strengthening on CAD. Okay, so if we look at GBP pairs on GBP JPY and GBP CAD, where this is the daily chart on GBP JPY, is a bit more choppy in that area. Going back to gold again to see what kind of price action is trying to form. I'll be happy to go long after price action confirmation on euro dollar. So if we see that it's gonna drop around 20 pip down, then from that zone we could see that euro dollar is preparing for an upside bias. Okay guys, so I strongly believe that you are enjoying this live session, guys. Make sure that you stay patient and let me know if you are enjoying the live session. In addition to that, you can join the free Telegram channel, link below this video in the description. Also, I can share with you that free Telegram channel link where you can access majority of the content that I'm posting, as well as all the educational updates. I do share many of my trade ideas as well. I have given that link in the live chat for the free Telegram channel. You can look at. Okay, you. Okay, so volume, yeah, I'm talking loudly. I hope that you guys can hear me. Euro JPY, the session is superb. Thank you, Paul. You're welcome. Can you have a look at Euro GBP? Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at Euro GBP. Yeah, sure. If you look at Euro GBP from the daily time frame, this market had an unusual drop that I see Euro GBP. So if you look at the weekly, it is completely melting down against the trend, and I think that anytime we could see that Euro GBP is bouncing off that, might Euro GBP might come back down here, okay, in that area, and this could bring the price to this level because it start to melt. We might see that Euro GBP coming below this support and then going back up again. So the way it is dropping, it's a big drop, and because it has a breakdown, we might see that Euro GBP dropping down and then going back up because it failed to move up from its trending direction. So you see that Euro looks weaker than GBP. So in that we could see that Euro GBP is dropping down further to the downside. And looking at the 4 hour, we see there is a doji here, and that doji is, you see, retested that level, forming a long wick candle. And I think that Euro GBP just keep pushing down. Any break of this swing high can give us potential entry for sell on Euro GBP. Now going back to gold again to see how the price is doing here. So which basically again going out of this script. From the 30 minutes here on gold, where we can see that the market in that zone, you can see there is a long wick here, couple of long wicks in that zone. The buyers bought in that area. Okay, so how do you know? I know that the way we look at the market, so also very important point to look at is to look at the liquidity zone with the wicks in the candle. So when you see that there's a long wick in the liquidity zone, that's a sign of potential bullish momentum. So gold in a very choppy manner in that zone because it's still not showing. So we see a couple of long wicks, but it's still not a very strong signal that we can look for buying, because the market trends, you know, that 30% of the time and 70% of the time they normally move in a sideways. So finding an impulse is sometimes a bit daunting task. Okay, being cautious is very important in trading. So let me see, go euro dollar, which is trending. Let's see if we have an entry here on euro dollar. Okay, so it is approaching that daily 20 EMA zone. So as it is, we can, like, if we look at the weekly candle, you can see this is the weekly price action, and from the daily, see, as the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, below this level there is a high liquidity. As this price is dropping, what I think that euro dollar now with that drop will drop below this level and then will trend to the upside, which is highly likely. How do I analyze that? Is from the liquidity. So do you have any confusion about the liquidity? Let me know, guys, because when the price, you see that liquidity zone, approaching a liquidity zone, the higher the liquidity, the stronger the price movement will be. And you know that all my strategy I use based on the liquidity, because this is the smart money trading system where the big boys trading based on liquidity. And yeah, so if you are learning our strategies, then you know that all the strategy, the rules includes that liquidity, and also all the tools that I use also consider the liquidity. One of them is also I have an indicator that I use to identify the liquidity in the market. Now if you are our member, you can access that from your dashboard, from your student dashboard, where you can see and access from that zone. All the information is there, so any question you can ask. You closed? No, I didn't close Eurusdjpy, which is still running. Okay, I will keep running because as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, okay, so there is one question that we talk. Remember that if I give you 100k trading account, okay, if I give you 100k trading account, and in that 100k trading account, if I disable 2 settings, then you are done. Okay, you are 100% profitable. Can you let me know what's these 2 settings? So if someone give you a trading account, this is just analogy, and if 2 settings is disabled, then you are done. By understanding it, it will give you a very good idea of what in fact trading looks like and how to be profitable as a trader. Okay, so we see here before the 4-hour close, there is a primary rejection from here on gold. So what it did is basically okay, so where we see trying to understand the dollar movement. So euro dollar is keep dropping to the daily support level, which is very likely. It's also approaching that weekly support level. So there's a 4-hour candle closed, and let me see that how the prices evolve. So AUD and ZD, most likely we could see some change of sentiment. Not a very good price action at the moment. Euro looks weaker. Euro GBP still will be holding the trade. Gold has managed to bounce off that level here, and what it is trying to do, gather further liquidity. Okay, we'll be seeing what it is doing. Euro dollar, just to look at all of them to see how the market is evolving. GBP CAD has come to the daily support level that we discussed, to the daily 20 MA. It's gonna retest that level. Just looking at all of them, guys, to see. So you know, USD CNHS is moving in that direction. Dollar yen, very choppy. So among all, we might see some movement in gold on the lower time frame. Okay, so in those pairs, okay, what I see that, guys, as CAD news being released, we see that CAD got very stronger. Dollar CAD is still showing potential bearish price action. This is a bearish price action, so we might see that USD CAD is keep pushing down. Pardon me. And euro dollar might break this low and then could return back. It is a bull market. Euro dollar and GBP USD, they are coming to a very significant liquidity zone. If it drops back below this level today, as we might see in the new week, again another bounce up. So I will keep eye on that zone for potential bullish move on euro dollar. So with that being said, guys, as you know that we will be looking to find some trading opportunity in the upcoming sessions, upcoming times until the weekend closure, and then I'll keep you updated, guys, as tomorrow weekly forex forecast coming up, along with many other content. Trading is like that, when there's no trade we cannot go for it. And until that, I hope that you enjoyed this live session. We do open quite a few live trades, including the VIP trades also. You can join below this link, below this video, using the link in the description if you want to join us to be part of the trading community. and also join the free Telegram channel to see all the content that we are posting, all the trade idea that I'm sharing. Link also you can find in the description area. Until that, I'll leave you here. I'll see you again tomorrow with new videos, as well as in the new week with the NFP coming up. Very great week coming up. So until that, stay well, stay happy, enjoy your weekend, make sure you take it easy, and